So what did you take away from Saturday's performance?
Obviously disappointing. We lost the game. I thought we had our moments early where we could have probably gotten situations like the Colorado game. But like I said, kind of what we've been talking about as an offense, just that kind of last two drives of the second quarter and the first two drives of the third quarter has been killing us as a team. And the loss between Oregon State and this team was very similar as far as where we kind of let the game get away from us there. I think if you look at those four drives, it's something like 28-0, 14, 17-3, whatever the score differential may be in those four drives, and that's where the game's got away from us. And going into half, we were running the ball pretty well, had a high yards per carry, close to 80, 90 yards rushing. Then we get behind in the game, we go back to where we have to throw every down, try to play catch up. So it's very, very similar to the Oregon State game.
Why do you think that happens? Is it a focus issue?
Well, yeah, I think so. Like in the Oregon State game, we got a couple penalties back-to-back, killed a drive, we could have went down and scored. This game, we got an opportunity, it's 14-10, to go down and score, make it 17-14, and get a first down on first down. Then we get a penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct. That bumps it back. I think we might have got another first down, but then just had two complete mental busts. Didn't, let a guy run free up the middle, so killed the play. Didn't have a chance to get any yards on second down, then gave up a sack on second or third down where we didn't even block a guy. And then so put us in a third long situation where we didn't convert. Of course, we punted to them. They get the ball, go right down and score, which really was a huge momentum swing as far as the game went.
Mm-hmm.
So you're doing some shuffling on the offensive line. How are you evaluating the group in practice?
Yeah, we're just trying to put, right now with where we're at, just trying to make sure we, just get through practice. We got some bodies, some kids need some rest, and some bodies need to be healed right now. So just moving some guys just in case we get in a situation where we have to make some moves later in the year where we have to put our best five out there.
Is everything okay with Cortland?
Yeah, he's fine. Everything's just precautionary. He'll be good to go.
Is there a time in sport when you think you guys need to abandon the run and throw? It seems like you've done it a little bit quick.
Yeah, it's like I said, earlier on the deal, we're running the ball really efficiently to start the game. Like I said, in the Oregon State loss and the Utah loss, we're somewhere around 6 yards a carry, 70, 80, 90 yards rushing, in the half. And then we get down a couple scores and we're playing catch up, And so if we can keep it close, I think we can continue with the game plan and move forward, kind of like we did in Colorado, San Jose, some of those games like that where we had high, for us, high yards, number of yards rushing. So, but yeah, that's something that I said, when we come one dimension, it's very hard to play ball. There's good coaches out there, and so it's going to be hard to play efficient football and move the chains to get the points that we need if we can't be multi-dimensional on offense.
What would you like to see from Jonah and Cortland going forward?
Like I said, more consistency. I feel like with those guys, it's kind of, they kind of have a rough game and then they play well the next week. That's the way it's kind of been the last couple of weeks. They'll have a rough game, go in there and play their best game. Have a rough game, respond, come and play their best game. So, if it holds true, these guys should play well this week. So, but no, they're young. It's part of growing pains playing the freshmen. And but like I said, they're good. They work their butts off, and if we can build consistency in that position, we'll be a lot better up front.
Looking back at last week, with some of the flaws, was it more on the communication end? Was it on the execution? Was it spacing?
It was from our standpoint up front, just not doing your job. It was one of those things. There's point out to the right tackle position. There's two instances where you got a kid who's really smart, one of the smartest football players ever coached, just thinking about too many things, trying to be perfect instead of just doing your job. And on one hand, you're happy and excited because you got a kid that can process that much information and think about the things that he's thinking to help him gain an advantage during the play. But on the other hand, it's probably thinking about too much, and it caused some errors in there. And I think it happened on the left side too as well later in the game. And so, like I said, on one hand, I'm happy because they're understanding kind of what we're teaching, what we're coaching. Problem is there's a little bit too much information. I think they're trying to do a little too much at times, and it led to some bad plays in the pass game.
So during the game, how do you slow that process down for them?
You just got to get them to relax. Try to get them relaxed. Do your job. Focus on what you're doing. Don't try to do too much. And like I said, we got unbelievable kids, and they want, they're desperate to go out there to make sure they do everything they can for the team to win. And so, sometimes they press a little bit and just try to calm them down and make sure that they understand it's to be a hero, just do your job.
From a coaching standpoint, what are you focusing on this week, the bye week?
Fundamentals, that's the biggest thing. I thought the way we practiced the week before. I thought we did everything right in practice. Just with the bodies that we had on scout team, we kind of just fit things up and didn't really work on the fundamentals of finishing, and that showed up in the game. A couple of third and shorts that kind of led to us kicking a field goal that we didn't make. But right now, the biggest thing is fundamentals of finishing right now. That's something that didn't show. I thought we had things up pretty well, but we didn't finish blocks. So whatever we got, I think our yards per carry was decent, but we had so many more opportunities for more yards if we just finished blocks and finished downfield, things like that. If we'd done that, I think there's a lot more yards we got in that game, and it might have changed the outcome of that game as well.